Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Tuesday, February 27th, General Hospital, GH. Teaser's recap shows that Nina Corinthos, Cynthia Watros, mentioned Sonny Corinthos's, Maurice Bernard, perceived threat, and asked where Dex Heller, Evan Hofer, was considering he ought to have been guarding him. Sonny argued that she shouldn't worry about it, but Nina remarked that just because he served her with divorce papers didn't mean that she would stop loving him. When Nina saw that Sonny had taken off his wedding band, she sobbed and confronted him about it. Nina said she had never removed her own ring, but in the end, she said they could throw away all the documents and rings. Sonny replied that wasn't all that counted, that the love they still had was what mattered. Sonny brought up how Nina nearly sent Scarlett Spears' mother, Donna Corinthos, to jail, but Nina countered by pointing out that Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, kidnapped both of her daughters. Nevertheless, Sonny thought Nina had acted petty and carelessly, which was unacceptable in his opinion. Nina maintained that her motivation for hiding Sonny's survival in Nixon Falls had come from love. Sonny was angry with Nina even though he had forgiven her for lying once more. Nina believed that something wonderful could come out of this error, that they could rediscover the magic and reaffirm their vows, after she managed to get Sonny to confess his love for her. Sonny was unable to forget how Nina had intended to punish Carly. He stormed out of the gallery, leaving Nina inconsolable, knowing that now was the time for her to deal with the fallout. Nina said on Tuesday's GH episode that although Sonny might be ready to end their marriage, she would never do so. When Natalia Ramirez, Eva LaRue, tried to discuss about her daughter Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, being her girlfriend, Blaze, Jacqueline Grace Lopez, would not listen. Rather, Natalia pretended that she had to clean up after herself as she picked up some of Blaze's possessions off the floor. Since Blaze handled their money, Natalia also wanted to discuss it, but Blaze persuaded her mother to listen carefully and engage in an open dialogue. Regretfully, Natalia protested since she believed Christina was a distraction from her job and pretended that Christina was influencing Blaze's actions. Blaze said she didn't regret calling Christina her girlfriend when Natalia stormed out. Blaze felt more liberated and content with Christina, despite her concern that her mother might never change. Christina had to leave for a foundation meeting, so Blaze gave her a kiss, and they both grinned as they said goodbye. But Christina was thoughtful as she left the room, and Blaze appeared to be thinking a lot as well. When Damian Spinelli, Bradford Anderson, said he was falling back in love with Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, at her house, Maxie eventually acknowledged she felt the same way. He confessed that it was all a deception to aid with her money problems, but Maxie pretended that perhaps fate had brought them together because of Spinelli's plumbing issue. Maxie became enraged with Spinelli believing he had to save her from problems after learning he had been working with Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner. Maxie had grown up and was no longer the wild and crazy girl she once was. Maxie could now take care of her children and herself. Spinelli objected, arguing that he wasn't in the same league as Austin Gablin Holt, Roger Howarth, and Peter August, Wiz Ramsey, who had also lied to Maxie. Still, Maxie instructed Spinelli to get his belongings and go. Maxie considered it for a little longer before deciding to just ship Spinelli's belongings later and pushing him to go now. Maxie closed the door on Spinelli after announcing that they were done before they had even begun. Soon after, Maxie changed her mind and opened the door to yell out for Spinelli, but it was too late. Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, questioned Bobby's if there was any hope left for them or if this was the end. Carly acknowledged that she had been missing Drew for some time, but he insisted that the person he was in Pentonville was permanently gone. Carly was incredibly in love with Drew, but she didn't see how they could last as long as he held onto his Nina hatred. Carly enjoyed her part in the Crimson takeover, but Drew continued to find ways to fuel the rivalry. Carly implied that if Drew Kane didn't return, Nina would prevail since she knew the Drew Kane she fell in love with was still there. Drew contended that if they broke up, Nina would only succeed. Carly maintained that Drew's mind was the only jail still standing, but Drew found it difficult to accept Carly's willingness to show mercy, particularly after Nina had stood up to the invader. Carly declared that life was too short to spend time settling scores after discussing the death of Bobby Spencer, Jacqueline Zeman. When Carly realized the threat Nina posed to their life, Drew expressed his gratitude and stated that he would never take a second of their time together for granted. Nevertheless, Carly acted as though Drew should just let Nina fail on her own since she believed that Nina was her own greatest enemy. Drew asked Carly what she thought they should do to make up, knowing that being together was all that counted. After that, Carly closed Bobby's, grabbed Drew's hand, and got into bed with him for some passionate moments. According to General Hospital spoilers, Drew and Carly will soon encounter further difficulties. Check back for updates on the unfavorable news that is developing. Make CDL your go-to GH resource for more sweltering news, spoilers, and updates about General Hospital. It's almost time for an exciting return for the ABC soap opera General Hospital, GH, according to spoilers for the week of March 4 to 8. By now, you've undoubtedly heard that Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, will soon make his eagerly anticipated comeback to GH. It will be interesting to watch what Steve Burton does in his new position as Jason Morgan, as he will formally return to the role on March 4. Many people are curious about Jason's whereabouts and the circumstances behind his return to the canvas. Although the show is keeping quiet about specifics, there have been certain indications that seem to point to Jason's impending return. For example, Cyrus Renault's Jeff Kober, constant references to the mystery guy as a ghost because he is ostensibly dead. The stone hints are also something we shouldn't ignore, particularly in light of Damien Spinelli's Bradford Anderson recent reminder that Jason used to go by the moniker Stone Cold. In the upcoming episodes, Sonny Corinto's Maurice Bernard will continue his trap in an attempt to identify the gunman and ultimately bring him down. Is Sonny unintentionally pursuing Jason? If so, why did Jason initially turn against Sonny? Let's see how it all turns out. There have been a lot of rumors that Jason might be mentally possessed in some way. Nevertheless, once this trap drama starts, Jason can sustain an injury. We know that Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, will be surprised to see a familiar face on her doorstep in not too distant a time. Someone with ties to Liz's past will show up and plead for her assistance. If Jason needs Elizabeth to heal him and doesn't want to reveal his identity at the hospital, then it might very well be him. Liz could have to try to figure out what's going on while covertly seeing to Jason's recovery. Of course, Sonny, Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, and a host of other characters in Port Charles will eventually witness some astounding disclosures as a result of Jason's return. But will he go into hiding first? In any event, Sonny will not stop piecing together the pieces as he strives to keep his family and himself safe. If it turns out that Jason is a part of the threat against Sonny, you can guarantee he's in for a surprise. According to General Hospital teasers, Jason's return will undoubtedly take center stage during the week of March 4 to 8, so stay tuned for updates on all the exciting news that's in store. Make CDL your go-to GH destination for amazing spoilers, news, and updates about General Hospital. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.